Hi, my name is David Chen, and I'm in NetBNB team. I'm taking care of the reviews component, and the most challenging stage we met in the past week was deployment. We only have 1.5 day to deploy, and the uploading time and setting up configuration is pretty time consuming, and we only have limited information on feedbacks. It's really hard to debug with logs with no direct error messages. Um, and then tutorials online are pretty scattered, and no one tutorial is tailored to our cases. So to face this, solve this problem, I will first read a lot of documentations and gather user comments on different methods. And I immediately decided not to follow ECS because it requires a lot of configurations on auto scaling and load balancing. The learning curve is pretty steep for 1.5 day. And through helping other classmates to debug their setup on using Elastic Beanstalk conventional setup, I learned that it requires a lot of assumptions on how AWS setting their default environment. It also has limited support on no versions, and the uploading, it requires a lot of uploading to try out the correct setup. So I decided to follow EBS and EC2. And I tried out also using different servers on different regions to see how they impact the loading speed, and find out EC2 is pretty raw, and it's like remote computer. You can do whatever you want, but it requires a lot of configurations to match the performance of EBS. EBS is another level abstraction on EC2. It does a lot of simplifications on auto scaling and setting up the environment, and using Docker with EBS can save you a lot of uploading time, because Docker is self-contained, and you can expect once you tweak the Docker to make it run on your local environments, you only need a little settings to make it run on AWS. The deployment becomes pretty elastic and fast-paced. And then through this kind of comparison and user experience research, I found that community service support is pretty important. It does save you a lot of time on trial and error, and a lot of details. Caring for a lot of details is also important to use new services. So these are the two outcomes that I think will benefit me on future software development career. Thanks.